everyone, welcome to Gameplay First, where fun is second to none. My name's Tyler, and I've got an itchy trigger finger. This week, I'll be reviewing Borderlands 2 for PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. Much like my Darksiders 2 review, I haven't actually played Borderlands 1, so I think I'll offer a unique perspective on this one. However, unlike my Darksiders 2 review, this game didn't suck. So grab your shotgun and get ready to return to Pandora. Not the James Cameron one. From what I do know of the original Borderlands, the story went something like this. Alien vault somewhere on world has shit tons of treasure, go find now. Right off the bat, I do want to mention that I'm kind of a fan of overblown intro sequences. This one not only shows the characters being completely badass, but it also showcases what their playstyles are. Here, check it out. What do you think I spend the rest of my week doing? The opening cutscene does give some info on the ending of the last game. Apparently, rather than treasure, the vault they found merely held tentacles and disappointment. Sounds more to me like they found a basement otaku's wet dream.
Bazinga!
As it turned out, however, opening the vault caused a rare and valuable element called iridium, to begin to grow all across Pandora. That's when the Hyperion Corporation showed up to mine the iridium, led by their CEO, Handsome Jack.
Captain Jack Harkness.
Stop it.
No, not that Handsome Jack. During their excavation, they uncovered evidence about a second vault that supposedly has enough power for Jack to finally control the Borderlands. Whatever the hell that is. Sure, because the first one just unleashed an incredibly rare and valuable mineral all across the planet. What's the second one going to do? Turn the whole place into a fucking forest? Actually, unlike the first game, or from what I've seen of it anyway, Pandora doesn't seem quite so dead and full of murderers. Oh, it's definitely still full of murderers, but the planet itself is more varied, as opposed to looking like it's all just the deep south. After a tornado. And a hurricane. And an earthquake. At the same time. The characters from the last game do return, by the way. Also, Claptrap, who I remember from some footage of the last game that I saw, is back in full force from the very start.
You're not dead! Yes! Now I can get off this glacier!
Now, here's the thing. Most of the dialogue in this game ranges from pretty funny to hysterical. But when you put in a character who is intentionally annoying, players aren't going to think it's endearing or funny or cute. You know what they're going to think? They're going to think he's fucking annoying! Seriously, at different points in the game, I spent enough bullets trying to kill this little bitch that if I had saved them all, I could have used them to kill the final boss! Now, when it comes to gameplay, I should mention that I played all 4 classes, and there's really something for everyone. You've got the Gunzerker for hardcore FPS fans, the Assassins for people who like stealth, the Siren for fans of screwing with enemies, and the Commando for players who like cover-based shooting. Much like with Darksiders 2, I wasn't expecting the RPG elements, though. That said, at least there's no gear or any of that bullshit. There are skill trees and skill bonuses, but they're far more straightforward than most games. Oh, you still level up, you get stronger, you get better weapons, but there's no real right way to play. You pick what works best for your playstyle, and I think that's a much better way of doing things. Obviously, though, you should pick weapons and skills that fit your class. Running into combat head first as an assassin is a bad plan. I'm speaking from experience here. But I will say this. If Team Fortress 2 ever gets some sort of a campaign mode, I really hope that it's something like Borderlands 2. At the end of the day, I was unexpectedly pleased with Borderlands 2. I'm really generally not a fan of games like this, but I did have a lot of fun with it, and I was at least somewhat intrigued by the story, even if my only drive was to kill Handsome Jack, at least at first. So with that, let's go to the breakdown. First, gameplay. 8 out of 10. It's fun as hell without being too overpowered. I don't feel like I can just run into a nest of bad guys and open fire, but in a way I sort of can. The combat is fun, and I just love how you get the chance to save yourself from dying if you can manage to get one kill in before the lights go out. That is a really cool gameplay element. 9 out of 10. The game's dialogue is well written and funny as hell. I love all of the characters, but fucking claptrap brought it down from a perfect score. I'm sorry, but irritating does not equal funny. It equals irritating! 9 out of 10. It's not photorealistic, it's not Skyrim, but that's the exception, not the rule. But the cel-shaded art style looks absolutely fantastic. I really like how all of the models and textures have kind of an outline around them, and the graphics in general are just very nicely stylized. 5 out of 10. Not the strongest point of the game because it's basically the same story as the last time. Find the vault. It's really not that engrossing, but if you're looking to play a game for the story alone, you're not looking for a game, you're looking for a movie. Put it all together and Borderlands 2 gets an 8 out of 10. It's a ton of fun, it's a fantastic game, but I personally don't think I would spend a whole lot of time playing solo. Mostly because the co-op was just so much more fun. So if you can stand extended human interaction and you like blowing stuff up, I would highly recommend this game. Hell, if you like blowing stuff up on your own, I would highly recommend this game. It's a fantastic, solid game, and I personally am really glad to have played it. So that's Borderlands 2. For Gameplay First, this is Tyler, signing off.